Hello, hashtag here. Something I did with a Q&A. I actually did a poll in my hashtag community asking about turbo trainers, smart trainers. When's the last time that you calibrated it or zeroed it? Okay, I'm not going to mention any names, but I had an athlete yesterday who had a bit of a tailspin. Their performances were going down when they were on the indoor trainer, and they were getting pretty upset with the fact that they couldn't sustain a power that last week and the week before they could sustain quite easily. So I actually suggested, why don't you just do a reset or a calibration on your turbo trainer? And they actually didn't know what that was. So here we are. Now, turbo trainers, obviously what they do, smart trainers, is they make the resistance using magnets or electric to actually put the brakes on the flywheel at the back to make sure that all you've got to do really, if you're in erg mode, is just pedal your bike. And if the computer says you've got to do, let's say 150 watts, that's exactly what you're pedaling. Now, smart trainers, how do you know that they're actually accurate? Well, you don't. And all power meters and all smart trainers are different in one sense or another, within 1 or 2%, of course. So what we have to do, we have to make sure that the reading is correct. Now, every make of turbo trainer, smart trainer, actually has, well, probably should have an app where you can actually zero it. I know on Zwift you can actually zero the turbo trainer. I know that there are some turbo trainers out there, if you Google them, they will have what we call factory hard resets. What you have to go through a series of activities, spin downs, 3 minutes nice and steady, and then just stop and freewheel, go up to 40k an hour and then freewheel. There are so many different ways that we can actually zero this depending on the model of your turbo trainer. But these factory resets are needed, or resets or zeros or spin downs, as they call them, depending on the manufacturer, of course. We need those to actually bring the turbo trainer, that smart trainer, to a fairly accurate reading. So if you haven't done one in a while, I suggest you look it up. Look up the model of your turbo trainer, do it, and then it will actually be a little bit more accurate. Okay, so there it is. Turbo trainers, we need to zero them. Same we do with power meters on our bikes. We need to zero them every once in a while. When's the last time you've zeroed yours or calibrated your power meter? Crack on. Ciao for now.